Why post a question on Reddit that can easily be answered by a search on Google? Google doesn't offer karma points, conversations and opinions from people. Great question. Have you tried Googling it? That's what I was gonna say. Lol. You can't Google, what games do you like? It cannot well though. You might at least get a few interesting or amusing responses on Reddit. Google, not so much. Google answers are lame. Reddit answers are sometimes hilarious. This subreddit is meant for open-ended questions, so Google doesn't generally help. Meanwhile are too afraid to ask. No stupid questions. And Ask is full of questions that can easily be asked by Google or by searching that subreddit for 30 seconds. Because Google don't know how hard it is to be a human. For the fun of it, why are you asking Reddit? ***, why post a question on Reddit that can easily be answered by a search on Google? ***, a quick Reddit search should give you an answer. To get a better variety, sometimes it's nice to have an actual person tell you something from experience, rather than just reading whatever factual information you can find. Always good to compare one with the other, of course. Fuck Google, DuckDuckGo is the way to go. I see you are a duck of Go as well. Sweet karma. I googled this question and was directed to Rule 34. People ask me questions way too often that could easily be answered by Google. So I just say that sounds like a question for Google, not me. For me, lately habit and Reddit addiction. Google often leads to Reddit. Why not go directly to the source? Why didn't you just Google that? Because if I ask a stupid question it would be answered or ignored. Have you tried Googling this question? Don't be evil. Boredom. It's either here or Quora. There are more interesting answers here. Sometimes Reddit's responses to posted questions are more colorful and varied than Google's perfunctory searches. Sometimes I Google questions and the answer I'm looking for is found by looking at a Reddit post that asks the same question. Now to save time I just ask Reddit. Google isn't as funny as Reddit, because where else can you learn how to make soda out of brown bananas? You could have just Googled this. Reddit gives me a more personal perspective. It has a wider range of people which contributes to a wider range of opinions and experiences. Especially when it comes to something specific. Why search a question on Google that can easily be answered by a post on Reddit? Loneliness. To socialize. Want to communicate people? You should ask this question to yourself. Shower thoughts. I'm Reddit. You can ask it the way you want. When in Google you have to speak like robot and really know what you're asking. Also Google doesn't give explanations. Google can be useless too. 'Cause I'm a slut for the sweet updates. You get a wide array of answers from people of all walks of life. Also yes, the karma is a plus. Humans are better at answering questions than Google. Sometimes it's good to get idiots to misinform you. Wrong subpal, out of the loops that way. Reddit is the Bing of social media. Change my mind. Google basically shows up what we are writing here. Google doesn't have cunts. Why ask few word Google when Reddit can do? Google it then. Same reason why people think vaccinations are bad and COVID-19 was caused by 5G. Something happened with my other account and didn't find an answer on Google. Because it's much better to examine and read the opinions of various individuals. Which is why forums are always better than those stupid clickbaity sites. It's the people factor, Bosky. The people factor. Don't you want to know what thousands of uninformed higher than thou asshats with anonymity have to say about the world? This is us, the perceived downtrodden, finally getting a place to speak. That isn't all the other places to speak. We have. What is this Google that you speak of? Because I don't want ads from Google for weeks. Personal perspective. Make people work for it? Same reason you posted this question. Bored in the house and wanting a deeper conversation and understanding of your question rather than just the correct, surface level answer. I like the conversation aspect of Reddit. and oftentimes the responses are more interesting, digestible. I'd recommend fact-checking anything important, but for me it's just more entertaining. Another reason I quit Facebook. What time does Walmart close? Quote, I would comment 3 days later, asking if they are waiting for an answer. Karma. I like talking with people. Attention. Reddit answers are more amusing than Google ones. We either have the helpful Redditor who gives detailed answers or the smart Redditor who drops a witty one-liner then backflips out of the thread. Google doesn't have an awesome comment section, underscore. Reddit's responses are much more amusing. For minor subjects, Google's answers are mostly from shady, unreliable sites, so you might as well ask the people, bots on Reddit. IDK, I'm a Google that. A huge proportion of Reddit posters are men in their mid-50s and older who create throwaway accounts so that they can post about masturbation and bizarre fantasy sex. They envision that all of you who Reddit are preteen girls. That's a fact. It amazes me how many times I Google something and the result is linked on Reddit. That and different opinions and conversations. Lazy. Lack of confidence in themselves and their ability to acquire knowledge. If one just Googles something and finds the answer, they still feel uninformed since for years they have been told that you have to be taught to be knowledgeable. So after discovering the answers for themselves, they still don't feel confident that they are knowledgeable since nobody taught it to them, and they will always partially doubt they are doing it right or knowing it correctly. Asking Reddit, on the other hand, is based on the assumption that somebody with real knowledge will reply and teach you the answer you were seeking. This removes the slight doubt that you may have been incorrect or wrong in your understanding of the concept or skill. Self-teaching will always have that slight doubt about maybe I am doing this wrong or I found the wrong answer, whereas being taught something or told something removes that doubt since a perceived expert assured me of the answer or skill. Realistically though, for almost all questions posed to Reddit, the gap between what some random commentator teaches and what knowledge you could acquire through your own research is very, very small. It just feels better since it removes that lingering doubt. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.